Welcome in, guys. Another episode of No One to Blame. Got a super fun show coming to you guys today. We're going to be talking about some college football bets. We got college football week 0 happened over the weekend. It's going on right now. We got a bet going right now. We're going to talk about it. We're going to be hitting on NFC futures, guys. We talked about the AFC futures last week. Going to be hitting on all that. First and foremost, guys, the show is brought to you by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Kayak Pools. The show is also brought to you guys by BetUS.com. You guys have heard us talk about it. BetUS.com, America's favorite sports book. They're offering industry-leading 125% sign-up bonus if you use the promo code DUE, D-U-E. Promo code DUE. You guys deposit $100, you're gonna get $125 in free play. You deposit $300, you're gonna get $375 in free play. BetUS offers lines on all your favorite sports. They offer live in-game wagering and the chance to build your own prop. All you DGens out there are familiar with the prop builder on every single book. It's the same thing here, guys. We've already used it. It's amazing. That's right. If you're looking for live in-game action, daily odds boosters, incredible props, a top-tier race book, shout out my guy Slob Baffert, an unbeatable casino experience. I know my boy Casino Miguel is definitely at that Carolina Keno. We got an awesome story for you guys about Carolina Keno that happened over the weekend. Look no further. They've got it all. We've already got week 1 bets placed, guys. We're going to be talking about our Thursday night bets on this show for next week. We will be live next Thursday, but the game's going to start before we go live, so we're going to talk about our bets today. Don't forget about their fast payouts, exceptional one-on-one customer service. Sign up now at BetUS.com, promo code DUE, D-U-E. If you guys have any questions, any problems, give them a call. They're available 24/7. They'll help you guys get started. 1-800-792-3887 or 1-800-79-BET-US. BetUS, America's favorite sports book. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. We got a lot of exciting stuff to talk to you guys about. Want to touch on one thing, guys, before we get started. We are hosting our own Yahoo Pick'em League. Okay? Come in. It's free to enter. Follow us on Twitter, X, whatever you guys want to call it. Do Champions, our main account. DM me, do_Neffy. My co-host, Kevin3E2. DM one of us that you followed the main account. It's free to enter. We're going to be giving away $75 at the halfway point of the season. And then season champion will get $175, guys. Free to enter. Come on, do it now. Kev, what's up, man?
It's football time, man. We got some action tonight. Yeah, it's here. It's here.
Let's go. We got some news and notes for us. What do you got?
Yeah, we've got a couple things. CD finally, a couple days ago, got his extension. Jerry finally, my boy. Jerry finally just, he must have got the last
future tickets for dear life, dude.
Yeah, Jerry must have got the last word in, and he was good with that, and that sealed the deal. So yeah, that's done, and that's enough about the Cowboys. Let's move on.
Love it.
AJ Dillon out for the year, IR. Big bump for maybe Josh Jacobs in that backfield in Green Bay, fantasy wise. Because a backup, Marshawn Lloyd, rookie, who was kind of promising. He's also hurt, got a hamstring injury. So Josh Jacobs going to get some carries early in the season. So
go pick up Josh Jacobs, guys.
Keep that on your radar.
Love it.
Yep. Russell Wilson named the starter in Pittsburgh. Shocker, right?
It's like this presidential election. It's between a douche and a turd sandwich. Good luck.
Yeah. Yep. Good luck. Raiders been dealing with that situation for 25 years. Jacoby Brissett, starter in New England. Kind of seen that coming. I think they're a little worried about the O-line and just their talent in general, throwing the rookie in there. Yeah,
I'd agree with that. I think Drake May's got the talent. I just don't think that he's got the experience. You saw Jacoby Brissett last year. He was feasible, right? He's been serviceable. But
yeah, he's a bridge guy. Get you the rookie.
Why throw out your high draft pick to start on a team that's garbage? I mean, I know they got some young talent, the wide receivers, but yikes.
Yeah, we got Brandon Ayuk.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news. 120 million, 4 years, 76 mil guaranteed. Schefter was reporting that basically makes him the 6th highest paid wide receiver in the NFL now.
Wow.
So
that's crazy that that's the 6th highest wide receiver.
Yeah. Well, what's going to be funny is, next year he's going to be about the 15th highest paid, and he's probably going to want a new deal. So
yeah,
we'll see how that
exactly
negotiation goes next year also. We've got Deshaun Watson did not play a single snap in the preseason. General arm soreness. I guess his all is off season. Like,
wait, do you think that maybe they have like a masseuse or something that could loosen him up?
Yeah, I know he's got one that can loosen him up. So, yeah. So, we talked about this a little bit. He's like the NFL version of Ben Simmons. The dude got paid, and now it's like token injury after token injury. They just kick back. The money's guaranteed. So yeah, it's gonna get interesting in Cleveland because that team is Super Bowl ready at every position except him.
Yeah.
So I don't care. At some point, they're gonna not care about the guaranteed money and just have to move on and start with a new quarterback. So
do you know who their backup is?
3-name guy. I can't remember his name.
They
cut Jameis. They cut Jameis.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson, DTR.
Yes. Yep. I was surprised they cut Jameis Winston. I thought that was going to be, ideal backup for him, but I guess not.
Wait, they cut Jameis?
Yeah.
Famous Jameis?
And Hundley. Hundley was there from Baltimore.
Thanks, Haj, for the DTR. Appreciate that.
Yep. I see that in the comments. Yep. So, yeah, we'll see. Browns being the Browns.
What a shit show.
Yeah. Last thing I got here, we talked a little bit about on the last show. It kind of was pretty quiet for most of the offseason, but Trent Williams still holding out. Kind of came out and basically said he will hold out in the regular season if he has to. So we talked about it. That offense is not the same when he's not over there. So
of course, the dude's didn't he do the same thing in Washington? Were you saying that?
Yeah, not the exact same thing. He had some issues with the management in Washington, and he basically said that he was not going to play for Washington. So they finally ended up trading him, which he probably wasn't wrong about the management at the time.
I can't say I blame him there, right?
But he's top 5 probably tackle all the time. Like
that's another tackle this year. Penei Sewell on Detroit. Is he out for the year, Penei Sewell?
No, he's fine. He had the foot scare. He's fine.
So he's back?
No issues. Yeah, he's back. So no issues there. I think
he wasn't though.
Oh yeah.
A real shame. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, right. There goes some picks. All right.
Let's talk about something even more exciting than Trent Williams holding out. How about college football week 1 is live right now. If you follow me at @do_Neffy, you are on the UB Bulls -4 with me, and they just scored another touchdown. They're currently up 23-6 with 6 minutes left to play.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, we got a late whale play here from Student. Everything on Monmouth. Kickoff in 30 seconds. Traders shall be giving to Mosquitoes. Yep. I think I put the mortgage on Eastern Washington Student. Don't at me. Monmouth. You'd think that the guy went to school and played football there or something, but I don't know. So Kev, I got UB going tonight. You got anything going tonight? Because we got games all weekend, baby.
Yep. Tonight, only thing I have going is I've got the Minnesota money line +110 against North Carolina kicking off here a couple minutes.
Yeah, it should have kicked off. I know it was in a rain delay.
Yeah, it's going. We're good now. First quarter, about 12:36 left, 0-0. So
now that's a great game. That's a great game.
Yeah, I think Minnesota was +2, I think.
For those wondering, UB is playing Lafayette, and no, this is not a college basketball game. This is college football.
That sounds like a March Madness matchup also.
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Okay, so Friday night's games, I laid the lumber. I went Oklahoma minus 42.5 to Temple, a Temple team that may be top 10 worst teams in the nation. Oklahoma's coming in to the SEC this year with Texas. Oklahoma's defense, people are talking that they are a top 10 defense already. And that's not just them going from Big 12 to
Wait,
SEC.
who's a top 10 defense? Oklahoma haven't had a top 10 defense since Barry Switzer.
You heard that right. So I'm laying the lumber. I think the over-under on this game. I want to say that I played the over. I was thinking about playing the over. Here's the deal. If the spread is 42.5 and the over-under is 59, I think it's a good chance to smash that over. I think 42.5 is criminally low. I think that you will see after this game that the books wish they put it at maybe 55, 56. We've got other huge spreads on the board. 42.5, though, from a top 10 team to maybe bottom 10 team, that's crazy. You got anything going on Friday?
Friday, no, I think most of mine is Saturday.
Perfect. Run them down.
That's probably, I've got Western Kentucky at Alabama, 59.5. I've got the under. Yep. Big game.
Under 59.5. What made you bet that?
Yeah, on that one, you got a new coach at Bama. Maybe a little bit of a slow start, first game of the year, just, coming out first couple drives, feeling out the offense.
Okay.
First game of the year on that one. Big game, I've got Clemson at Georgia. Kind of the same thing on that. 49.5, I've got the under.
You've had my attention, Kev, and now you've piqued my interest.
I think both these teams, as kind of inconsistent as Clemson's been, their defense has still been pretty good. Georgia's Georgia. I think you're going to have a slugfest the first half. They're going to be playing each other, filling each other out again, same as that Bama game.
Dabo's still trying to prove that the NIL is not a good idea.
Yeah. I think no risk early in that game offensively. Second half, it might open up a little bit, but that's kind of where, Dabo
ain't nothing but time, baby.
Yeah. NIL is not in his vocabulary.
Dude, I always thought Dabo was going to go coach at Alabama. Isn't that his alma mater?
That ship sailed. If he was going to, he needed to do it about 2 years ago.
I got to tell you, Kev, that Western Kentucky Bama 59.5. I think that's a smash the over spot there. I think you're going to see that touch 70. Western Kentucky is going to be able to put some points up, I think. And when I say points, I'm talking like 14. So you have to hope that Bama scores less than 45. Craziness. Did you have a couple more plays?
I got Fresno State plus 21.5 at Michigan. Michigan's offense tempo, they're gonna run the ball, they're gonna eat the clock, they're gonna kind of do what they did last year, even though they got new staff, new coach, lost a bunch of players. 21.5 seemed like a big number for a Michigan team that I don't think is going to be as good offensively as they were last year. So I like Fresno State plus 21.5 on that one. Also got West Virginia plus 8.5 versus Penn State.
I love this.
I think Penn State. I'm off Penn State this year. I'm not on that. I think West Virginia is going to be a sleeper team this year. They're going to upset some teams.
Yeah, no, I love that bet. West Virginia is returning some key guys, especially on defense. I think that Penn State team, I think they're going to get into the 12-team playoff, but I think this is going to be a struggle for them. 8.5. Even if they win this game, good teams win, great teams cover, right? Shout out Slav Baffert. Here's our boy Matt Digert, fellow D-Gen. Jacksonville State is losing. This dude loses more parlays by one leg than anybody I've ever seen. His track record is impeccable when it comes to losing parlays by one leg. Jacksonville State, I think they're playing Coastal Carolina.
No, yeah.
Jacksonville State, not Jackson State.
Okay, I was looking at Jackson State.
Yeah, no, I love this. This is good shit right here.
Jacksonville State at home against Coastal Carolina.
What score? I'm looking for the score. What do you got?
24-3, Coastal Carolina. About 7 minutes to go in the second.
Oh no!
Not looking good. Not looking good.
How many people would you say think Jacksonville State plays in Florida? 99%.
Tennessee.
Nice question. Next question. All right, let me run down my college bets for this weekend. So, Kevin, you played the Fresno State plus 21.5 at Michigan. I played the under 46 in that game. I don't think Michigan's defense is going to be good still. Fresno State, I just don't think the points are going to be there to score.
Rebecca, I think Coastal Carolina is up there by Myrtle Beach, right?
Yeah. Coastal Carolina is college baseball powerhouse. Shout out Rebecca. I got a Friday game. We talked about Oklahoma already. Our Saturday games, I got Hawaii plus 14.5 at home to UCLA. Hawaii, I think, barely squeaked out a win against Delaware State last week, that crazy FCS game we were talking about. I still like Hawaii this year. I think maybe they were looking ahead to this game. Classic Hawaii. Come on, I want to lay ya. Texas A&M versus Notre Dame. Shout out Kevin the Hula. Let's go. Texas A&M versus Notre Dame. A&M has got the better squad, in my opinion.
Yep.
I like the Notre Dame team. I just don't like them as much as A&M. I bought it down to minus 2.5. So Texas A&M minus 2.5. And then BetUS has some of the most intriguing teaser options I have ever seen. So, I was in there scrolling for about 20 minutes. I put together
promo code do.
I put together a 3-team 10.5 point teaser. I teased Oklahoma down to 32. Stanford, who's playing TCU at home, I got Stanford plus 20. And then Wisconsin, who's at home to Western Michigan, which is actually, these are all Friday games. Wisconsin minus 13.5. So the reason I did the 10.5 point teaser, I wanted Wisconsin to be under 14 points. I wanted Stanford to be up to 20 points. Go through those key numbers, guys. Yeah, I love it. 10.5 point teaser. I don't remember what the juice was on it, but you guys are going to be seeing a lot of teasers.
And Rebecca, I was close. It's in Conway, right by Myrtle Beach on Coastal Carolina. That was good.
Our buddy Lon Navinat's happening right now. Wondering what we like in the Colorado-North Dakota State game. Colorado currently down 20-14. I don't know what the live line is, Lon. I can look it up. But my feelings about Coach Prime. And, I'm not a huge Coach Prime guy. I think Coach Prime going 5-5. 6-6. I think 6-6. Whatever him going 500 is this year, I think that's his ceiling. I think that's the ceiling for Colorado. I just don't think he's a great coach. That's just my opinion. Kev?
All right, we got another comment here. Haj, thoughts on the Penn State, West Virginia? I hit on it earlier. I like West Virginia plus 8.5.
I also like West Virginia plus 8.5. I think it's too many points. I think Penn State wins the game. West Virginia covers. Quick note, Haj just reminded me. So, Kev, I was in Charlotte over the weekend, had some birthday celebrations. And if anyone's familiar with Quick Draw, they have something called Carolina Keno. Me and the boys were sitting there at the bar, put a bunch of money in the machine, got yapping, ended up passing by our numbers, didn't even watch a bunch. We bought like 20 games. I go and scan my tickets, and the thing comes up and says, please go and see your local dealer. And all of a sudden, we're all like, whoa. So
Uncle Sam's coming calling.
Ended up winning $784 on Carolina Keno last weekend. So I have to somehow go deliver this ticket to the office because I can't mail it in for whatever reason. But huge win to start the year. You want to talk about some funds, some units for the bank account for the upcoming season? 784 units.
There we go.
The Keno King. So Haj is going through my tickets, and he's on the website scrolling through, trying to see. Found the game. I hit 7 out of 8 numbers, and I couldn't play the multiplier because I didn't have enough. So it could have been, way cooler. But no one's gonna complain about 750 bonus scraps.
Nope.
It had hit another ticket for $34, but $784 total to get us started in the year. Let's go. All right. Let's keep moving. We are going to talk about next Thursday's game, but we're going to do it at the end of the show. We're going to get into our NFC futures market previews. We're going to go division by division. Same thing as we did last week. We're going to run down our divisions, give us the odds. We're going to talk about differences that Kevin and I see, things that we may have already bet in this futures market.
Yep.
Kev, you want to start with the NFC East?
Yep, let's go NFC East. All right. I'll hit me up first here. I'll go. I've got Philly. Got Philly winning the NFC East. That division usually doesn't go back-to-back champs, but I got Philly. You want me to run through all 4 of mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I got Philly finishing first. I've got Dallas second.
Let me stop you right there.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Washington Commanders third. They I would like to see them push the Cowboys for second in that in the NFC East, but I just don't see it yet. And then the Giants bringing up the rear. Daniel Jones is your QB. I'm out. They might be picking first next year. Yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
I couldn't agree more. I think the Giants being in the basement, Singletary. I like Malik Neighbors, but, with Daniel Jones throwing the ball, what are we going to see from this generational talent? Like, he came out of the new wide receiver U, which is LSU. Sucks that he landed at the Giants. He would look good in red, white, and blue in the Bills uniform. What's left to be said about the Eagles that we haven't said already? They had a down year last year. What had happened in the playoffs and stumbling in and losing to Tampa Bay, they just lost their way. Shout out Rebecca, greasing the poles for Philly. She is actually part of Bill's Mafia. I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, so maybe we're greasing the poles in Buffalo. Good call, babe. We're going to grease the poles in Buffalo because we're going to win the championship. No. Philadelphia Eagles, I like them to win the division. I like them to go further than that this year. I think they're going to come back. Saquon Barkley. They got some nice pieces on the back half of their defense. They're young. The offensive line, they're missing the Kelsey brother, but I got the Commanders coming in second. I love the Commanders. They did just trade Jahan Dotson to the Eagles, which I thought was perplexing. So I think their wide receiver 2 now is a guy named Dynamic Brown, something along those lines.
Whatever you think.
Not great. But what I would say is buy up the stock of Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson. I think they're going to be running the ball to try and take the pressure off of Jaden Daniels. I just think they're going to have an easy schedule. I think they're going to have an explosive offense. I think Jaden Daniels goes off this year. And I think the Cowboys are trash. I think they're complete trash. I think the Cowboys regress to the means this year. All the shit that we talked about, these future markets, player props, yes, maybe Dak and CD have the year that they did last year. Maybe. I don't see it. Dallas, missing the playoffs this year. Lock it in right now. Book it.
Missing the playoffs.
We got a comment here I want to post up. Lon Navanaugh coming in. Nick Bosa exposing the truth. How expand on that, Sean? I don't know what you're talking about right now. Expand on that.
I don't even know which Bosa that is. Is that Charger Bosa or is that Niner Bosa?
Niner Bosa.
Okay.
Wait.
I don't know.
Bosa is the one for the Chargers. All right. NFC South, Kev?
All right. NFC South. I've got Atlanta. That seems to be the kind of chalky pick, hot pick with the talent. QB they added, lose the coordinator. They're minus 140 to win the South. So I'm rolling with them. These next three teams in this division, could go.
Kev, hang on 1 second. Pull up the NFC East graphic one more time. I got to run down something real quick. I forgot to touch on something. This NFC,
okay, there you
guys, go. Philadelphia minus 135 to win the division. We love that. The Giants to finish last in this division, guys, is minus 115. I love those odds. I've already hit Philadelphia minus 135 to win this division. I think it's a lock. I have hit Washington plus 550 to finish second place in this division. The value is tremendous. It's bigly. We love it. Washington plus 550. We don't need to talk about Dallas. So let's go back to NFC South, Kev.
All right. Yep. NFC South. So minus 140 on Atlanta to win it. Like I said, these next three teams, your guess is as good as mine, but I'm going Tampa. They're plus 190 to finish second. I kind of like that. I might have to look at throwing a unit on that one. Plus 190.
Love that bet. Tampa Bay plus 190 finished second. New Orleans is regressing. I know they have Olave. Kamara's getting older. Derek Carr is still getting trotted out there.
Saints. It wouldn't shock me if the Saints finish last in this division. I know I didn't pick that, but their defense is old. Their offensive line is not intact. They're going to have some issues.
Dude, Saints to finish last has got to be juicy. Carolina is minus 230 to finish fourth place in this division. Saints to finish last in this division. I'll look it up right now. Why don't you sign off?
Look that up. That could be I kind of like that. I got Carolina finish fourth is minus 230. They're going to be better than they were last year. Second year with Bryce Young. They added some veterans on the line. They added Deontay Johnson. They'll be better, a little more competitive than last year. Maybe a few more wins. I think we'll hit that a little bit later on in this on the show on our over-unders. But they're going to win a few more games this year. All right, you get that yet, Jesse?
No.
All right, we're good. So NFC South for Jesse. Me and Jesse are kind of chalk on that. He went Atlanta also. So again, new quarterback. They've got the weapons. He's also same as me. He's got Tampa to finish second at that plus 190. All right, we got a comment here from Matt Dyer. We've got watch out for Leggett this year with Carolina. Yeah, I think he's actually hurt right now, but he's definitely an upside, big, strong, fast. One of them South Carolina boys.
So Joe Marino, host of Locked On Bills. Awesome podcast. No free shout outs. What's up, Bills Mafia? He loved Xavier Leggett coming out. I know Leggett was banged up. Coming in training camp, he was banged up a little bit, but I cannot find. They may have taken these down.
All right, so I'll keep going here. So, yeah, we're hand in hand in this division. Jesse's got Saints finishing third, Carolina finishing fourth. Again, this division top heavy. These bottom three teams, could be go any direction on them.
They have listed, so you can do this like an exacta, like horse racing. So Falcons finished first.
Yep.
Tampa Bay second, Panthers third, Saints fourth. That plays out
What's
plus
that?
850 for this exact order.
Exact.
So if you guys want to bet this exact order, it's plus 850.
Hit Bet US, promo code DO. check them out. All right. You
Yeah,
good on your NFC South? All right, let's go NFC North. NFC North, I've got Detroit finishing first, plus 130. I might have to throw a little on that too. I feel like I know Green Bay is going to be nipping at their heels, but that's a pretty good number for them to finish first, I think.
I played Detroit to finish first last year. I got them at plus 175. So obviously, what they did going to the NFC Championship. Going to the NFC Championship, obviously, boosted up everything that they've done. They've added some talent on defense. I still think their defense is weak. So Sean was talking about after the Niners, he publicly said their game plan versus Hurts, and he said the Eagles' defense wasn't last in the league. Yeah, all that's true, but they're going to bounce back this year. You heard it here first. So, Kev, you're going Detroit to win the division. I'm going Green Bay to win this division. I think the NFC has a lot more high and a lot more low, right? There's a lot more teams at the top and a lot more teams at the bottom. A lot more parity in the AFC. AFC was a lot harder for me. NFC, I think, is going to be a little chaotic. I think they think any of these teams
I agree.
really beat each other.
I agree.
Green Bay to win the division, guys, plus 200. I threw some shekels on it. I love it. Spoiler alert, I think Detroit still makes the playoffs. But I think Green Bay is going to win this division. Maybe like a tiebreaker. Maybe it comes down to the last couple weeks.
Yep.
I think they got, Detroit might be feeling themselves a little bit too much. Goff has got all that money now. I don't know, man. I think Green Bay's younger. They're hungrier. I like their wide receivers more. I like their depth a little bit more. Detroit to finish second is plus 160. Green Bay to finish second is plus 190. So these odds are they're just flipped. And they're pretty close.
Yeah.
I honestly thought Detroit would be a bigger favorite to win this division, Kev.
Yeah.
I was a little shocked.
I agree with that.
I only saw that they're Detroit just plus 130 to win it. I know. I thought Atlanta's minus 140 to win the South. I guess the disparity between Atlanta, Tampa Bay is that much bigger. Heavy. But I thought Detroit would be a minus favorite this year after everything they did. But it sounds like the books kind of know what I'm talking about, dude.
We'll see. We will see. All right. Then we both kind of finished this division out with Chicago third and Minnesota fourth. Chicago's plus 200 to finish third. Minnesota is minus 160 to finish fourth.
Yeah, I'm not touching any of those. Chicago, man. I'm excited to watch Chicago this year with all the talent that they brought in. With the rookie class, their offseason acquisitions, the defensive signings that they had made last year, what a tough division to be in because I think Green Bay and Detroit are excellent teams. I think it's going to be an uphill battle, but if Caleb paints his nails the right shade, you never know. You never know what could happen with the right shade of nail polish. NFC West, Kev, let's round this out.
All right, so NFC West. San Fran, they're the top of that division. The Trent Williams, that's going to affect that. I know it's just one guy and all that, but it's going to affect what they want to do. Purdy still has to prove it, and if he's not protected,
what does he have to prove? He went to the NFC Championship and then the Super Bowl.
He's a one-year starter. Mr. Irrelevant,
wasn't that last year his prove it year, and then he took him to the Super Bowl?
He needs more than that, in my opinion. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't know if he's one of them top guys yet. I have to see another year of it.
Hey, I agree with you there. I don't think Purdy's. If we're just talking, you take fantasy out of it, just like pure quarterback. Is Purdy top 15?
He might be top 15.
I don't know, man.
He might be. Yeah.
Dude, everyone talked about how Brady was assistant quarterback, and then he left and won a ring in Tampa Bay. I think it was very clear who that, why that team was so good. I think Purdy truly is a system quarterback, though, in San Fran. I mean, they've plug and played how many guys now, and they've been good year over year over year.
He's in the right system, that's for sure. Now whether he
system.
whether he can kind of flourish in that system is kind of going to. I think we'll find that out this year. So
who you got the Rams finishing second, Kev? What kind of odds we talking about there?
Plus 135 for the Rams to finish second. Them in Seattle are close. The Rams depends on Stafford. If Stafford's healthy and plays majority of the season, they could finish second. If he gets a little banged up, nicked up, Seattle could jump him.
So we got Stafford, who's been banged up, nicked up. Cooper Kupp, who's been banged up, nicked up, who I know we both love in what's up, Pat? Glad to be seen.
What's going on, Pat?
Glad to be seen. Good to be seen. Something everyone's seen. Cooper Kupp, we love him in fantasy, was nicked up last year. And then Kyron Williams, he's only played – he hasn't even played a full season, I don't think. So, I don't know, man. I'm on Seattle. Seattle to come in second place in this division, plus 325. I think they have more talent. I think their defense is better. I don't want to say I like their head coach better, but I think their new head coach is an upgrade from Pete Carroll. I think Jackson Smith and Jigba comes out and has an excellent year this year. And I love their 1-2 punch with Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. I think they come in second, Seattle plus 325. I got the Rams coming in third, and that's plus 200. And spoiler alert here, I've got San Francisco, Seattle, and the Rams all to make the playoffs in the NFC this year. I think all these teams are going to have really, I don't want to say really good, but decent years. NFC is so weak, I think all three of them make it. Kev?
Yeah, so I've got Seattle finishing third, plus 160 on that. I do like Seattle. Some of the things you mentioned, new coordinator, up tempo, a little more QB friendly probably than the previous regime with running the football and kind of doing that.
Dodson is linebacker from the Bills.
I got Arizona finishing fourth, minus 130.
I have placed this bet.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think Arizona is going to be kind of similar to what I talked about in Carolina, where Kyler's going to be back. They're going to be in more games than they were last year. Maybe the record's not, obviously a playoff record, but they're going to be more competitive.
So they're Carolina, but it's flipped where Carolina's defense can play. Carolina's offense, Arizona's offense can play. I think you're going to see a lot of fantasy relevant guys there. McBride, James Conner, Benson, the rookie running back that they drafted, obviously Kyler, Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, their offense is loaded, but dude, Arizona's defense, oof. And we'll talk about this, but Bills Cardinals week 1 over. I think it was at 48. I've already hit that once. Might just keep hammering that number until they tell me differently. I think Arizona can score, and I think that we can obviously score in Arizona. So I love that bet. But Arizona minus 130 to finish fourth in the division. I love it. I don't think that's juiced high enough, in my opinion. Especially if I think San Fran, Seattle, and the Rams are all going to make the playoffs. Arizona is definitely going to come in fourth place. So, all right, Kev, let's talk about our NFC playoff teams. Let's go through your NFC playoff teams first.
All right, so playoff teams here. We've got I've got the Niners, Eagles, Lions, Falcons winning the divisions. Wild card, Cowboys, Packers, Rams. All minus money on all these lines. Rams minus 115 to make the playoffs. I think we might differ on that one.
No, I got the Rams in there as well.
Oh, do you? Cowboys. You don't have Cowboys, I don't think. One minus 190 on this.
Cowboys to miss the playoffs.
Yeah. You definitely probably got money on that one. Yeah. So I'm trying to think. Last year, the Falcons weren't in. Tampa was in.
That's really
That
the
might
only
have been.
change.
Yeah, that's the only change I really got here. So yeah, that's where I stand on that.
Makes sense. Who do you have coming out of? Actually, hang on. Let's do mine first, and then we'll talk about.
Okay.
And then
All right,
we're going to talk about our NFC playoff teams. We're going to rehash our AFC playoff teams, and then we're going to go and we are going to talk about the Super Bowl in August. Okay.
All right.
So very similar here, guys. The only difference is I did not put Dallas in because Dallas sucks. Niners, Eagles, Packers, Falcons all winning their divisions. Rams, Lions, Seahawks as the wild cards. Go gobble up that Seahawks plus 175 to make the playoffs. Criminally high juice on that. Or I'm sorry, criminally high odds on that. Go take them, guys. That's free money right there. Seahawks are going to be in the playoffs this year. Kev, let's pull up your AFC playoff teams from last week.
Okay, so yeah, here's we talked AFC last week. Here's the graphic for it. My division winners: I got Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, Texans. Wild card: I've got Dolphins, Bengals, Jaguars. Jaguars are plus 120. It's my only plus money on these to make the playoffs.
That's surprising. I like that. I like that Jags team.
Yeah.
That is very.
I think Trevor kind of has a little bit better year this year, getting in that wild card spot right behind the Texans.
Okay, let's kick it to my AFC teams.
Here we go.
Hey, real quick, Dallas to miss the playoffs is plus 160. Love that free money. So. Once again, we have very similar as the NFC. We only have one change. Kev had the Dolphins. I have the Jets. Bills Mafia, close your ears, plug your nose. The Jets could win our division this year if that offense clicks. Yeah, exactly. Wah, wah, wah. So you could flip the Bills. I think the Bills make the playoffs, but AFC is stacked. I mean, dude. Jaguars, maybe the only team I can't see making a Super Bowl run here.
Yeah, whenever I was looking at this, I had a much harder time picking my NFC Super Bowl team because I can't see. I can only see a couple teams coming out of the NFC.
Right.
AFC, you could pick 6 of these 7 could make it to the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. AFC is a gauntlet. So let's talk about our Super Bowl, Kev.
Okay.
You talked about who you like making the playoffs in the NFC. You talked about who you like making the playoffs in the AFC. Who do you like to play in the Super Bowl this year?
I have Chiefs, Lions.
Ooh.
Yeah, I trust me. I tried. I was not wanting to plug the Chiefs in on the AFC side, that's for sure. But the Chiefs had struggled half the season last year. They get in the playoffs, it doesn't matter. Mahomes comes in, does his thing.
In Buffalo.
Yeah, didn't matter.
Like, can these guys? Yeah. I already said it. We already made a graphic about it. We already tweeted it out. Flush the Chiefs down the toilet. Disgusting. It is disgusting. Let it clog the sewer systems of Kansas City. Get them out of here. We're sick of them.
Yeah, so both these teams to make the Super Bowl were plus 550.
Love that.
For the exact.
You got the exact.
I've got the exact matchup of KC versus Detroit is plus 2,800.
That seems super low.
Yeah, so that I pulled that number up.
You're
right.
Like that one. Because I'm about to spout off some numbers that are insane here in a second.
Yeah, yours are way far off the reservation from that 2,800. That's for sure.
Shout out Tommy. What's up? Good to be seen, brother.
All right.
I just sounded like a 90s radio DJ there. Thanks for tapping in, Tommy. Okay, so Kev, we talked about Chiefs, Lions. You think they're going to go to the Super Bowl? I think differently. If you could pull up my graphic, please, sir. Let's show the people. We got the Bills and the Eagles making the Super Bowl this year. Josh Allen was just voted by his peers as the most overrated quarterback. Did you see this?
Yeah, I did.
Dude. Well, why do you guys want to poke the bear, man? He's already, he's already just kind of doing his own thing, preparing for the season. You want to come in and poke the bear?
Hey,
good luck.
Was that a players poll?
Yes, it was.
So again, I've told people this for years. Just because these guys play in the NFL doesn't mean they watch NFL. Like
That's true.
We just had the top 100 from the players. There was some picks on there that were outrageous. Like some of these dudes they play in the NFL. They watch their film. They are not watching on Sundays. They're playing on Sundays. They're not watching on Thursdays. They don't see these other games. Some of these guys are just, it's just, they don't watch them.
Yeah. And, my mom always said, they're just jealous. They're just jealous, Kev. That's all it is. So these are odds, guys. Bills plus 800, Eagles plus 600 to make it to the Super Bowl. The Bills are plus 1,600 to win it. The Eagles are plus 1,400 to win it. Now, you talked about an exacta with KC versus Detroit plus 2,800. I have got an even crazier exacta here. Eagles play the Bills and the Bills win. It's plus 11,000.
There we go.
If the Bills play the Eagles and the Eagles win, it's plus 13,000, guys. These odds are from betus.com. Promo code DO, 125% deposit match. I had to lay down a couple shekels on all this. Some of my cat's college fund had to go on this. Francois is not going to college. Shout out Francois. Yeah. Papa spent all your money, dude. Sorry. Bills are winning the Super Bowl, though. I'll pay you back. That's who I got, guys. I dabbled a little bit. I did have a scenario of Detroit playing Buffalo. I had scenarios of Cincinnati playing Detroit and Cincinnati playing the Eagles. So my final four is going to be Cincy, Buffalo, Detroit, Philadelphia. That's my final four in the NFL. Maybe fade me completely, guys. All right, let's go over, Kev. I want to hit on the NFC win totals. Some criminally low numbers in the NFC for their win totals this year. A lot of teams dipping below 8 wins, below 7 wins. The AFC is far superior than the NFC right now, in my opinion.
Yeah. NFC's just got some catching up to do. That top of the AFC, it's brutal.
Yeah. Any one of those teams that you said that can make the playoffs in the AFC could easily go and win the NFC.
Yep.
Let's go down the list, Kev. Why don't you give us a team, give us the line, and then give us your pick, and then I'll give mine.
All right. First up, we'll go in alphabetical order here. We got Arizona 6.5. I've got the over, probably just barely. Like I said, I think they'll win a few. Yeah. I got them winning maybe, 3 more games than last year. They went 4 wins last year, and Kyler didn't play half the season. So yeah. I like them a little bit over on that.
I took them at under. I think this line is super sharp. I think that maybe if it does go under, I think it's because it's at 6. Line being set at 6.5. I just, their defense is so bad. Their offense is good, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna stick under there. What do you got for Atlanta?
Atlanta, 9.5. I've got the over. They've got the easiest schedule in football by far. Any metric you kind of pull up, they all have Atlanta as easiest schedule. So,
we love this. Love it. How many wins did they have last year? 7?
7.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Pick up Kirk Cousins, add a couple.
Yeah.
They've always got the weapons, so.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I got them at 10, 11 wins, and if it's the easiest schedule as you're saying it is, I mean, is it that crazy to say that they're going to have 12?
It wouldn't. Yeah, that would. You might be able to tease that number. That
we need to go look at those alt numbers again.
Yeah. Okay. Carolina 5.5. I'm on the over on this. Talked about a little bit earlier. I think they're going to get a few more wins than last year. Barely, same thing. Barely, maybe six on that win total.
The exact same thing. Yep. Yeah, they had 2 wins last year.
Yeah.
Oof. No wonder their owner is throwing beers at people.
Yeah. Hey, he's in it, man. He's in it to win it.
He walked into some guy's pizza shop and took their hat off of them because they had a sign out front that said something making fun of the Panthers owner.
Yeah, making fun of him. Yeah.
And he went in there and like took the guy's hat off of him. It's like, dude, if that guy would have touched me, I don't know what would have happened, Kev. Let's just say that. Would have been smashing under on the win totals.
Wouldn't be the first time I had a beer thrown on me. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna be the last either if we're hanging out.
Yeah.
Chicago. This was an interesting
Chicago.
one.
Yeah, 8.5. I've got the over. We talked about a little bit in previous shows. Like I'm on this Bears team, man. I think they're going to be pretty good. I've got the over on that. They had 7 wins last year.
Yeah. I'm on the over as well. This is one of the. I think it's one of the only ones that I've actually bet. I bet this one early too. I like them, but I like them at 9. And then you're like, well, why would you bet that? I don't know. I love them at 9. If they get 10, sure. I just don't know if they're going to make the playoffs, regardless of what number they hit. I like those NFC West teams better than the Chicago team. I just think they're a year too early. If everything works out well, Chicago, look out, 1 year, 2 years from now, look out for Chicago to be talking about, hey, can they win the NFC title?
Yeah, I think they could be in the hunt for a wild card spot this year, late in the season.
Yeah, that's fair.
They catch a couple breaks, win a couple close games. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right, Dallas 10.5. I'm on the under on this.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm off. Wow. Yeah, off Jerry's world.
You took your jean shorts and Air Force Ones off.
Yeah, they're going to score a lot of points, but that don't necessarily mean they're going to win as many games as they did last year.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen.
I'm on the under on this.
I am too. I think they hit their apex last year at 12, the line being 10.5. I think it's 9 or I think it's 10, and I think they missed the playoffs.
I think they're right there for that wild card. Detroit, 10.5 also. I've got the over on this. They were at 12 last year, basically bringing the same team back. Defense does need to improve for them to take the next step to get to the Super Bowl, to hit that over on that 10.5. But I like the over on that.
I like the over on Detroit as well. We're going to talk about this next one too. I do think Green Bay wins that division, but I think it's on a tiebreaker. I just have them edging it out. It's either by 1 win or it's going to be by tiebreaker. But I do like both of those teams. I like them both going over 10.5 wins this year, Detroit and Green Bay. And spoiler alert.
All right. Green Bay, 9.5. I'm on the over. They had 9 last year.
Dude,
they're the youngest. Yeah, they were the youngest team in the NFL last year. And Love wasn't even good in the first half of the year.
Yeah.
So I'm over on that.
Yeah, he turned it up towards the second half of the year, and then he had that awesome game. He actually played good in San Francisco, I thought too. I thought, they almost won that game.
Yeah, he's I think he played well last year. I think everybody would agree that second half of the year. But you know how many games, I heard this today, you know how many 300-yard games he had last year?
No.
2. You know how many games he had under 200 yards passing?
6.
Like 6. Yep. Hey,
we got,
so that's
Monmouth just tied it up with Eastern Washington. It looks like Monmouth alumni is so excited they could not type it out properly. But Monmouth 14, Eastern Washington 14. We had talked about this earlier in the show. Let's see here. Boom. Late well play. Student called it, guys. If you did not put everything you own on Monmouth, what are you doing? What are you doing? Kev?
All right, Rams 8.5. I've got the over. They were at 10 wins last year. They finished 7-1 down the stretch last year. I don't think I remembered that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so I'm on the over on that.
I'm on the over too. I think they get 9 or 10. And I also think, the other teams that I think are going to make the playoffs get 9 or 10. If my scenario is going to go the way I think it is, I have to pretty much take over 8.5 here, because you have teams like Chicago looming, a New Orleans looming, Tampa Bay is going to be looming in that area. If the Rams want to make the playoffs, I think they have to get to that 9-win plateau, which would put them over the 8.5.
Yep. All right, Minnesota 6.5. They had 7 wins last year, so kind of right there. I'm going under on this. They had Kirk Cousins last year, and I know he got hurt, but we're only at 7 wins. Now they're at 6.5, and they've got Sam Darnold at quarterback. That is in my opinion, that's a pretty big downgrade.
Yeah.
I'm on the under on that. I'm not on this Minnesota team this year.
Dude, I couldn't agree more. I think Minnesota's in for a rough year this year. Now, Addison, what's going on with him? Hawkinson, they did have Aaron Jones, but like you said, Sam Darnold still seeing ghosts.
Yeah, still seeing ghosts. He's still seeing ghosts from New England.
Seeing ghosts out there. Love that.
No,
I like
that wasn't ghosts.
Under 6.5. I have it over, Kev. The reason I have it over is because I think they hit 7 again. But I think I could flip flop live right now and I say I think I like Minnesota under 6.5. For all these other NFC teams that we're talking about, could be competitive 500.
Yeah.
Some of them have to be in the gutter, and I think it's Minnesota. I'm with you.
Yeah, you look at that. Yeah, you look at that division. I mean, Chicago's going to be up. Green Bay and Detroit are going to sweep Minnesota. Say they split with Chicago, maybe.
Yeah.
There's 6, 5 losses right there. All right, New Orleans 7.5. They had 9 wins last year. Wow. I'm on the under. I don't like anything about that Saints team.
Me too. I'm with you there.
I haven't drafted. Yeah. I haven't drafted.
Nothing.
Yeah. I don't think I've drafted a single Saints player in a fantasy league. I don't think. Yeah, I'm out on them.
I can't tell if Kamara is going to be fool's gold or what. I think the guy's still got some juice left in him, but I like Olave though. I think Olave gets his. Carr can throw the deep ball, the intermediate ball pretty well. I just 7.5 wins. They got 9 last year. They didn't do much, in my opinion, just like you said, to improve their team. I got them at 7 wins, so we're going to take under 7.5. A lot of these lines are really sharp.
Yeah. All right, Giants 6.5. I'm on the under on that. They were at 6 wins last year. Um, you know, I thought this was a funny stat that I seen. The Giants quarterbacks did not throw a single TD in the preseason this year. DeVito, Daniel Jones, it didn't matter.
What?
QB did not throw a single passing touchdown in the preseason. So, no, I'm out.
Embrace debate, man. Maybe I thought Dable was an excellent offensive coordinator. I loved our offense under him. Should Dable have relieved McDermott for head coach? Me
You
and my
said
buddy,
that, yeah.
me and my buddy Jeff Kaluzny, if anyone's wondering, I'll give you his address later in the show. We were arguing till the wee hours of the morning. If the Bills don't at least make it to the Super Bowl this year, is McDermott fired? Yeah, I think he is, and I think Dable could have been that guy. Now you're going to say
he's on the hot seat.
He's got to be. Dable brought the Giants to the playoffs that first year with Daniel Jones. I mean, he's had some shit luck in between. These teams suck. The Bills had all the talent in the world, and whatever. I digress. Philadelphia over under 10.5. I got them over 10.5 wins, Kev. They got 11 last year. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm over on that. Their offense they were running a middle school offense last year. I mean,
8-0 or something to start the year, 7-0.
Yeah.
And they only got 11 wins.
Yeah. So new coordinator, Kellen Moore's there, a little more up tempo, a little more modern, more motion. So their offense will be fine. Yeah, I'm over on that.
Yep. I like that. San Francisco under over 11.5 wins. They got 12 last year. Kev?
I'm under.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, I'm under on that. The top 2 or 3 people in that division are tough. Trent Williams is out for any significant time also. Is not going to help that. Purdy's got to prove it a little bit in my eyes. So I'm on the under on that.
Rebecca agrees with you. Rebecca thinks that the San Francisco 49ers will be under 11.5 wins. I am going to say that San Fran is over 11.5 wins. San Fran is just as good as they were last year. Trent Williams not. The NFC sucks. Their division's not that good. Do champions sing. Their levels.
Yeah,
Shane inherited Dale Jones. Shane chose Dable. Yep. I think San Fran's going to be up there with Philadelphia again. I know it's boring, rinse and repeat this, but I think that's going to be between those two teams. I think both can hit 13 wins pretty easily. Just my take. What do I know? Seattle over under 7.5 wins this year. I got them over. They hit 9 last year. Kev?
Yeah, I'm over. Same, new coordinator, a little more up tempo. Yeah. I think that's going to help DK Metcalf. It's going to help Jackson Smith and Jigba. So yeah, I'm over on that.
Yeah, they're running. Watch. I mean, they're gonna get a lead and they're gonna run the ball with that dynamic duo they got back there. Seattle to make the playoffs this year, guys. Plus 175. Seattle to come in second in their division. Plus 325. Remember these numbers. So when we could all go to the window together, we can skip to the window and cash these tickets. Tampa Bay over under 7.5 wins. Kevin?
I am under. I'm kind of hedging a little bit on my playoff. But I mean, what got the division winner in the playoffs last year? Were they a losing record? The division winner in that one?
Yeah, I mean, they only got to 9 wins last year. Well, no, they would have been 9-8.
So they were right. So yeah, under 7.5, they could still finish second in that division. Yeah. So I'm under on that.
I think Tampa Bay could easily finish second in that division, but they're going to go under 7.5 wins. I'm with you. I think they hit 7 this year. I do think that offense still gets theirs a little bit, but I think they reached their peak last year. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is kind of the same thing. Baker brought the Browns to the playoffs, and then, I think they missed it
terrible
the
next year. Yeah, he
right?
sucked the next year. Yeah.
Godwin, Evans are older. I don't know. Washington Commanders, over 6.5 wins. I got them at over. They had 4 last year. Kev, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm over. New quarterback, rookie quarterback, but he's going to be better than what they had last year. They still need some weapons. They signed Eckler. We'll see how that goes. I like the over on that. Just barely, probably 7.
I like them to get 8, maybe 9. I like Dallas to get 8, maybe 9. If that happens, they tie. They get a tiebreaker. Washington comes in second place in the NFC East, plus 550. Book it, Kev. Book those odds. Plus 550. I love it. I absolutely love it. We've got a final score here. The UB Bulls handle Lafayette 30-13. Cover that 4-point spread. Moves our college football record for 2-1 for me. Love to see it. Good start to the year.
Yeah, Minnesota's got the ball driving. They're down 7-0 against North Carolina. I've got the Minnesota money line on that.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, they're in the red zone though, so we'll see what we got going on with that.
Plenty of time. You're gonna love to hear that I laid the lumber with Kansas. I didn't add this to our sheet pre-show. I had Kansas minus 49 against Linwood, and it's 41-0 with 8 minutes left in the third.
Lindenwood. That's Lindenwood.
Yeah, it's all relative, dude. I'll forget that after the show.
Lindenwood. Hey, if that's the same Lindenwood, that is close to my stomping grounds back home.
I love it. So we've talked a lot about Buffalo Bills in this podcast. Naturally, obviously, I'm a Bills fan. Do Champions is based out of Buffalo. Third and Manageable live tomorrow night. They're going to be having on Ryan Talbot. Awesome personality. We need to hop in their show and we need to talk about some of this McDermott chatter because those are the guys. Pat, Matt, Student Body Right. These guys are locked in to the Bills. No pun intended. Don't sue us, Joe Marino. We've got a couple other shows on the platform, guys. Post Podium Podcast and Coast to Coast. We're talking all things Bills all the time. We love it. Obviously, Kevin and I are going to be talking fantasy and gambling. Kevin's a Raiders fan, guys. Let's not forget about this. But make sure everyone goes and checks out Ryan Talbot on tomorrow, Friday night, Third and Manageable podcast. It's going to be a good one. Definitely not going to miss that. Let's not forget today's show is brought to you by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Kayak Pools. We've mentioned it a bunch of times, guys. BetUS.com, promo code DEW. It's been flashing on your screen. If you're not watching and you're listening, it's DUE. Promo code DUE. 125% bonus match. You can't beat it. Kevin, let's round out the show today talking about NFL Week 1, Game 1, Baltimore Ravens visiting the Kansas City Chiefs. What a start to the year. First of all, who do you like just to win the game? Let's put our own bets aside. What do you think of the game, first and foremost?
I'll say the Chiefs. You give Andy Reid all off season to get ready. He's going to know. They're going to figure out something to kind of limit Lamar and Derrick Henry. I'll go with the Chiefs, even though they had a slow start last year.
Lost to Detroit They lost to Detroit in Kansas City to start their year last year. Yeah, they're going to want to try and avoid that, Kev. I'm with you there, but I think Baltimore coming off that playoff loss to Kansas City in Baltimore, picking up Derrick Henry. from what I understand, is that Lamar actually he gained weight last year because he wanted to be a little more durable, but it actually took away from some of his quickness. So he shed some of that weight. I like Baltimore here, man. I like Baltimore. So the line is set. Baltimore +3. I believe it's heavy on the juice now. I think it's Baltimore +3 -120. Over under at 46.5. Kev, what bets do you like for this game?
Yeah, I've got 46.5. The total, I like the under on that.
Okay.
Talked about a little bit in some of them college games. I think it's even more prevalent in the NFL games. These teams start off, they're vanilla on offense. They're feeling them out. Second half, they'll change it up a little bit. But yeah, I like the under on this. Just first game of the year, they're gonna play it safe.
Pretty sharp.
Yeah, they're gonna play it safe.
Maybe like a 24-20 type of game.
Say that again.
You think maybe like a 24-20 type of game?
Yeah, it's going to be right in there. Maybe some more field goals than they would probably like.
Yeah.
But
yeah. One bet that we both like here, the first scoring play of the game, Baltimore touchdown +210. Baltimore touchdown +210. We both love that. I think, are we going to make that an official play?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Lock it in.
So we're going to be going live at 9 p.m. next Thursday. This game will already been probably into the second quarter by that time.
Yeah, roughly.
So we should know. We should know by the time we go live whether or not we hit that bet. You like the under 46.5. I teased. You're going to hear this a lot this season, guys. I teased Baltimore to +9 and over 40.5. I think both teams reach 20 points. So that over 40.5 is attainable. And I think it stays within a touchdown. So Baltimore +9. I love the value there. A little 6-point teaser to start the year. I think it's going to be a good game. I love when they have these high-powered matchups, especially they just play each other in the playoffs. Baltimore usually starts the season fast. I know Kansas City wants to, but they don't usually start as fast. I almost like a little Baltimore sprinkle on the money line. It's probably around the +140 mark right now. We'll have a live line next week, guys, during the show. We'll be watching the game. We'll be covering everything. So starting next week, guys, we're going to be going live Thursday, and then we'll be going live on Mondays, 9 o'clock both times. Monday's show is going to be recapping Thursday and Sunday's games. And then Thursday's show is going to be talking about Monday's game and obviously the Sunday future market. We got college football. Hockey's going to start up. Kevin's been watching women's Chinese ping pong. I mean, we're in full swing right now, dude. I love it. I'm excited.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to hit us up, DM at do_Neffy or at Kevin3E2 for the Pick'em League. Yeah, free. A little chance to win a little money, interact a little bit. Hit us up.
I agree 100%, guys. Come in, Yahoo Pick'em League. We're going to be picking the game straight up, guys. No spread. Free to enter. There's a half-season prize. There's a full-season prize. All you got to do is follow our Dude Champions main account, DM Kevin and myself, the fact that you came in, you followed us, and we're going to get you in. It's as simple as that, guys. Rebecca thinks that Travis Swift is too distracted to win. Couldn't agree more. Mark for Buffalo. Casey usually starts slow, so I think the Ravens take it, but Casey definitely wins 3 or 4 straight after that. Mark, I agree 100% with you right there. I love that take. Shout out Matt Digert. Great show. Good to be seen, Matt. Good to be seen. Kevin, I got nothing else for you, man.
I'm good, man. All right. No one to blame.
Next Thursday.
Football's back. Football is back. Let's go.
Let's go.